Speaking is one of the most amazing careers possible. You share your gifts, you inspire others, it's uplifting, it's inspiring, it's meaningful, and it's one of the hardest hit industries by COVID-19. This video, I'm going to share with you how you can build a speaking business even now. The problem with being a speaker these days is that all events right now have been canceled or postponed. And so if you're looking to start a new career as a speaker, you might think that it's too challenging of a time to get started. But actually, I think it's the perfect time. And the reason that I think it's the perfect time is because now more than ever, there's more opportunity to be creative and different and stand out. Consider that all the established speakers that have been doing what they do for years and years and getting all the contracts, the plug has been pulled on everything all at the same time. We've basically started over from ground zero with a whole new set of rules. And when that happens in general in life, that means there's a whole new set of opportunities and possibilities for those of us who are creative and who know how to hustle. The first key to creating a successful speaking business, no matter what the market looks like, is to have a strong brand. Your speaking brand is what attracts people to you. And it doesn't matter what format you speak in, whether it's live on stage or virtually on a screen. What clients are looking for is outcomes. They care less about the format than ever and more about what's the solution that you're bringing to the table and you're providing. Branding is all about your message, your mission, your value proposition, your target audience, and your niche. And really, I divide branding into two basic categories. The first is the intangible, the inner work, the idea, the strategy, all of the work you do to design the brand and to come up with it in the first place. Then there's the outer expression of the brand, the graphic design, the color schemes, the logos, the messaging, all of that goes out into the world. Now, I have a whole lot of videos on branding, and in fact, I have an entire playlist on branding that I highly recommend you check out. So I'm not going to go deep into the branding piece because that really hasn't been affected that much by COVID and by the current situation. Instead, I want to focus on item number 2. The second piece to look at in building a speaking business in this time is your business model. Your business model is the mechanism by which you turn your magic into money. And now more than ever, there are so many new ways of turning your magic into money with technology. And especially now when clients are more open than ever to new formats, your business model is something that can really set you apart and get you ahead quickly, as long as you have, like I said earlier, a really strong brand and strong value proposition. So your business model might be, especially now, not to necessarily book gigs for you to get up on a stage and speak in front of hundreds or thousands of people. That's pretty old school. That's the way we've done it for years. And that's the way a lot of people get into the market. They start by pitching themselves as a speaker and looking to get paid to speak. But in this day and age, what I would advise you to consider are other ways to monetize speaking. And one of those ways is through webinars or online seminars where you give value, you give information, and then you offer something on the back end. So instead of trying to get paid to get up on a stage and speak, you are getting up on a virtual stage of your own and speaking and getting paid on the back end. Now, I also have a whole lot of videos about different speaker business models, and I highly recommend you check those out. Another way to build a speaking business right now is to put together your own events. Now, I have tons of videos about how to create your own events live in person, but now there's so much opportunity and it's so much cheaper than doing a live in-person event. You can do your own virtual events. I have a friend and a colleague and a client, her name is Leanne Webster, and she produces telesummits online. So what that means is that nobody leaves their home, everybody's doing their thing right from where they live, and the costs are so low, but you can reach a global audience. She has a client that does an annual autism summit for parents dealing with children with autism. So you can do a virtual conference online, spend very little money, and start to build up an audience of people who need what you provide. So whatever your area of expertise is, instead of focusing on selling yourself to a corporate client or to someone else that's producing an event, why not produce your own event? It's easier now than ever. The last thing that it's going to take after your brand and your business model get clear is making sure that your beliefs and behaviors are aligned with what you're trying to build. One of the biggest problems that I see in the world right now, especially in the speaking world, is this belief that there's no way to make money, that the plug has been pulled on our industry. Now, it may be true that a lot of speakers are suffering, and I absolutely know that they are. And I also know and believe from the bottom of my heart that it's during turbulent times like these that new solutions come to light. And I've seen incredible creativity from speakers. I've seen speakers doing one-woman shows on a virtual stage. I've seen pre-recorded content mixed with live content. I've seen so many different ways of doing this, but all of them have one thing in common. The person believed that it could be done, and they behaved as if it could be done. They didn't go and curl themselves up in a corner complaining like, oh, why me? Look at what's happened. Instead, they got empowered and they chose to find a way to move forward through these challenges and create something unique and different. And you can do that too. Highly recommend checking out some of my other videos on how to build revenue streams from speaking, especially ones that are virtual, and also my videos on personal branding and branding yourself as a thought leader. Enjoy.